Hello everybody, welcome back to another video, and today we are doing a first because this is the first time that I'm doing a tutorial and I think it's gonna help some people. If you are a beginner, then this is for you. If you have a little bit more experience with Adobe Photoshop, then you can probably skip this one. But here we go. These are 3 tips for retouching in Adobe Photoshop Basics. Let's go. Let's get to tip number 1, and that's ContentAware Fill. A lot of people know this already, but this function is so good. It used to be so-so a while ago, but Adobe has been continuously working on their AI regarding this feature, and now it just works like magic. So let's jump into Photoshop and I'll show you what I mean. Okay, I have opened up Photoshop. So this is the first photograph and we're going to take a look at ContentAware Fill. To use the ContentAware Fill function, we need to select some part of this photograph. So let's say I want to remove this little bush here, this little patch of green. I'd go to some sort of selector tool, and it doesn't matter if you take the lasso or if you take one of these here. Let's just take the elliptical tool and draw a circle around this. So what we do now is go up to Edit and then take ContentAware Fill. I've put this on Shift-Control F5, but I think Adobe hasn't assigned a shortcut to it yet. I had to do that manually. So we press ContentAware Fill. And since the last update, this has gotten a whole new interface. This has a lot of setting options, which we're not going to play around with right now. Because most of the time, you should be fine. Here to the right, you can see a preview of how this is going to look. And as you can see, the bush is gone. Boom. It's like magic. As I just said, it's magic. It's gone. Sometimes it can get a little bit fuzzy, especially if you do it with something that has a more complex background. This is relatively easy because everything is muddy and stuff like that. So this green area is the sampling area. This is where Photoshop and the algorithm takes its information from. So if this part here looks a little bit wonky, then we can take stuff out of this green area and tell Photoshop to not use it. So for example, we want something that just incorporates the mud. If this looked a little bit worse than it does right now, because it looks good, we could just take out the green areas and then Photoshop would adjust and not take information from those areas, but only from the ones marked in green. If we want to add something to the area, say this, we just press Alt and then we can add something to the green area. And then you see it calculates and adjusts. And once we're done and happy with what Photoshop has done, we just press OK and it takes it out of the picture. Boom. Done. Let's get to number 2, the clone stamp. And this tool does exactly what the name says. It clones a certain part of the picture that you choose and you can use it to stamp it into another place. It will become more clear once we go into Photoshop. So let's do that right now and I'll show you what to do. To use the stamp tool, we just go into the toolbar and press the stamp tool or press S. Let's just adjust the brush size, and now what we can do is we can sample an area by pressing Alt and selecting this area here, for example. And what we're going to do is we're going to fill out this burned out area here by just clicking here. Now this looks a little bit weird, but we can just do this a couple times. And suddenly the area is not burned out anymore. There we go. If you make a really large print of that, you might want to adjust a little bit further than just 3 clicks, but this is how it works and this can help you in many situations. And last but not least, the third tool that I'm going to show you is the spot healing brush. And this is another one of Adobe's magic tools that seems to just do magic. It makes stuff that you want removed out of a picture just go poof. It's really good for removing not only spots, but sometimes even larger areas in the picture, and it works similarly to the ContentAware Fill. Let me just show you what it does, because if you don't know it, it will probably blow your mind. Because it's so easy to use, it's just one click and then done. Let's do this. Okay, this spot healing brush will do wonders, as I've just promised. To use the spot healing brush, we just go to the little band-aid over here. And if it's not shown in that way, we can just right click and then pick the tool or press J. Now what we can do with this is we can zoom in, for example, and take out little parts of the picture that we don't like. Say this little blemish here. You just click, it's gone. We don't like those hairs? Click, it's gone. We don't like that the hair here just shines through. There, it's gone. Let's say we don't like this area. It's gone, it's gone. We can just remove whatever we want here. And this tool is so good. Oh my god, it just works like magic. I don't even know how it works, but Adobe seems to have gotten the algorithm for that right, and you can just remove whatever you want. Alright, these were my 3 basic retouching tips for Photoshop beginners, and I hope you liked them. I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a comment down below and tell me what you thought or what other tips you might have for other people. Thanks for watching, and yeah, I'll see you next week. Peace!